Good day to you. Today, I'm going to talk about the top 10 reasons why students fail in their first college semester. As an administrator in the community college system in California for 25 years, as well as a counselor for many years as well, I've seen a lot of students fail and have really talked with them about what happened. And so I've consolidated those into these top 10 reasons, and I'm going to share those with you right now. Reason number 10, I am in college now and have a lot more time to hang with my friends, or better yet, with my Xbox. And the concept of free time is really dangerous and is a myth. But it comes from the fact that in high school, students are on lockdown between 30 and 33 hours a week at the school, as opposed to in college when you're taking a full-time credit of 12 to 15 units, you are in class 12 to 15 hours. So you can see if you subtract 33 or 15 from 33, you have 18 hours that appears to be free time. If you don't use those hours wisely, for studying and whatnot, this is a reason why students can fail in their first college semester. Number 9, I was not prepared for the speed of the game, using an athletic metaphor for academics at college. So in high school, most classes are 36 weeks. In college, the same class, let's say it's a history class, is 16 to 17 weeks. You're covering it, at minimum, the same amount of material, and often more material in the college class than you did in the 36 weeks of the high school class. Therefore, the class is going about 2.5 times um, the speed of the high school class. Another reason why students fail is they fail to plan. And they fail to meet with a counselor. The counselors can really help students get off to a really good start, whether it's meeting with the counselor individually, or a lot of schools will have more educational planning classes for incoming freshmen. This can really help you get off to a really good start. Number 7, since I'm only in school 12 to 15 hours a week, I can work full time. And I often will say, no, you can't. And has to do with really the hours in class and the homework ratio. For every hour you're in class, you can pretty much plan at least 2 hours of homework per week. So if you're in 15 hours a week in class, you have to plan for 30 hours of homework per week to make sure you're on top of things. So 30 plus 15 is 45 hours a week. You try to, lop in, 40 hours a week full time. Now you're running into to a lot of difficulties really being able to manage your life and time in school. Number 6, I did not utilize the free counseling academic advising services. This is really important that most schools offer these services and use them, because counselors have seen a lot of students and know how to give you tips that are going to make your life easier within school or with the work-life balance. Number 5, I didn't realize the amount of time I needed to spend on homework to be successful. Like I already mentioned, for every hour you're in class, you really need to plan on 2 hours of homework outside of class to be successful in your classes. And some may require more, some may require less, but on average about 2 hours of homework for every hour you're in class. Lack of sleep, poor nutrition. This is a big issue. When I'm in my orientation educational planning classes, I'll often ask students to raise their hand if they get 8 hours of sleep per night. The typical response is about 10% of the students. And for 18, 19-year-olds, The recommended amount of sleep is about 8 to 9 hours a week to make sure that you're getting the sleep you need for both your intellectual and physical needs. Sleep does a number of things. Getting into the proper dream cycle and proper amount of sleep will really help you consolidate information you've acquired over the course of the day. And what is college but being able to remember and consolidate and be able to retrieve important points that you've learned in class. Um, Physiologically, for the student athletes that I work with, sleep does another thing. It helps the body to physiologically recuperate from really hard workouts over the course of the previous day. So the sleep does multiple things. Sleep is really important for college students. Poor nutrition, that's a whole nother issue. People need to eat and get the proper vitamins and minerals and nutrition to keep their body alive. You know, garbage in, garbage out. You know, good nutrition in, good production out. Um, if you remember kind of the old health pyramid from your health classes in high school, the nutrition pyramid, that might be a decent guide to make sure you're getting proper nutrition. I'm not a dietitian, so I can't really help you anymore with that. One of the issues that relative to nutrition, though, that I like to talk about, I need to talk about, are the issue of energy drinks. These are extremely dangerous and counterproductive. They're counterproductive in a number of ways. These energy drinks have so much stimulant in them, not necessarily just caffeine, but other types of stimulants, which can really interrupt the sleep cycle and then not allow you to benefit from the appropriate amount of sleep you need. They also contain usually a lot of sugar. Some of the caffeine levels of some of the drinks are like 25 times the cup of coffee. And this amount of stimulant in students' bodies has at times actually pushed individuals into cardiac arrest, into atrial fibrillation, which has led to their death. So these energy drinks are very, very dangerous. I get pushback on this at times when students will say, "Well, they wouldn't be on the market if they weren't, approved and healthy for you." And then I have to tell them that the Food and Drug Administration, who normally approves the health and safety of food, does not review energy drinks. The major drink companies have gotten around this by pumping these drinks with a few vitamins so that they can label them as supplements. With supplements, they are not administered or overseen by the Food and Drug Administration. So that's how they get by with really providing toxic ingredients legally. So be very careful. If you need, a boost in the morning, the traditional tea and coffee, they're both antioxidants and they're much healthier than the energy drinks. So beware. A lot of students have not applied for financial aid. It's amazing how many students might be eligible for money, but they think that their parents may earn too much money. Uh, it doesn't hurt to apply. So always apply for federal financial aid, regardless of your circumstances, because you may be eligible for something. And if you are, great. If you aren't, well, you're no worse off, other than maybe spending a half an hour doing the application. So I really encourage you to do that. Also, if you are eligible for financial aid, then it goes back to, you don't have to work as much, right? Because we all have to work to some extent in many cases. Um, so apply for financial aid. Number two, I didn't attend my classes regularly. One of the things that you'll find out soon about college, if you haven't already, is that a lot of instructors don't even take attendance. They put it on you. They put learning on you. If you don't come and acquire the material, and you flunk the test, it's no big deal to the instructors. Um, Really important you attend your classes, especially noting that, again, back to the number of hours per week in school, you're only going to school 12 to 15 hours a week. So make it to school, make it to class. In the cases of online classes, stay up, stay organized, stay on top of things, don't get behind. Really important to regularly attend class and maintain your assignments and make sure that they're turned in a timely manner. And then the number one reason that students fail, I usually like to give students a shot at coming up with this one. And only 3 students over the last 10 years that I've been doing this have come up with this. That's about 900 students we're talking about. Um, and I'll give you a moment to think about it, then I'm going to go ahead and state it here right now. Yeah, they didn't listen to a word I said about why students fail in their first semester in college, and would almost take this list as a to-do list rather than a not to-do list. Okay, so I hope this is helpful to you and gets you off to a good start, or if you're currently in college and watching this, look at it and analyze it on maybe where you could make some changes that would make you a more effective student. All right, you all take care and best of luck in college.